Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello and welcome to Autoline Daily. I'm Sean McElroy filling in for John today. In the second half of the show, we'll take a close look at the design elements of the new Infiniti Q50, but first, today's top stories. And we start off with rumors about two high-profile executives leaving their posts. A report from Germany says Volkswagen's Ferdinand Piëch will step down as chairman in the next few months due to health reasons and be replaced by CEO Martin Winterkorn. But the company denies that report. Remember, last year, Piëch said he would like to stay at VW for at least another 5 years. And in related news, Alan Mulally says he plans to remain Ford CEO at least through the end of 2014. Bloomberg reports that Microsoft is considering him as a possible interim CEO, but Mulally says he's focused on Ford and plans to stay at the company for at least another year. But if he did want to take another job, Reuters reports that Ford's board of directors is open to him stepping down earlier if he decides to leave. We'll have to keep a close eye on these stories. And speaking of Ford, the company is boosting production of its 1-liter 3-cylinder engine in Europe. Due to growing demand for the powertrain, the company is doubling production to more than 1,000 units a day at its engine plant in Germany. It's currently offered in the B-Max, Focus, Fiesta, C-Max, and Grand C-Max, and will later be offered in 7 more models. Ford also builds the 1-liter in Romania. The engine was recently launched in China and India, and it will debut in the US later this year. Honda announced that the 2014 Accord Hybrid has an EPA rating of 50 miles per gallon in the city, making it the top-rated gasoline-powered 4-door sedan available. The car has a combined rating of 47 mpgs and has an overall range of 673 miles. Production of the Accord Hybrid begins today at its Marysville, Ohio plant, and the car goes on sale later in the year. Back in 2005, Daimler signed a contract to build vans for Volkswagen on the same production lines as the Mercedes Sprinter, but the company has announced it will let that contract expire in 2016. Daimler says it will need that production capacity for the next-gen Sprinter, which is already in development. And the German automaker feels it needs more capacity because it's in talks with Renault to expand an existing large van partnership. The two companies already cooperate on a small delivery van. Earlier in the week, Jaguar showed a teaser of a concept it will have at the Frankfurt Motor Show. Even though it's just a silhouette, it clearly looks like a crossover. When Jaguar and Land Rover merged, they said Jaguar would only produce cars, while Land Rover would only make SUVs. And so we wanted to know your opinion. Should Jaguar be allowed to sell crossovers, or should that be left to Land Rover? And if our results are any indication of how the meetings went between the two, it must have been a tough decision, because you were nearly split down the middle. Of the over 300 votes we got, 51% of you said crossovers should be left to Land Rover, while the other 49% said Jaguar. And a thank you to all of you that participated. Coming up next, a look at the design of the new Infiniti Q50.
Dow Automotive Systems, driving solutions in automotive, commercial transportation, and aftermarket with innovative products like Betamate structural adhesives. Lighter, stronger, safer. dowbetamate.com.
We're pleased to show you here the new Infiniti Q50 and tell you a little bit more about its design. Our Infiniti designers seek inspiration from nature and try to create a body form and a motif on the vehicle that is more organic and less machine and less mechanical, more living and alive. One of the key inspirations for them is the waveform, and you can see that in many places on the car, from the wave hood that you see here to a wave that begins here and flows into the A-pillar of the vehicle, then another wave that begins here by the headlight, flows into the side, and then yet another wave that begins in the rear door and flows over the back of the vehicle. So this continuous flowing of waves along the side of the car is one of the key elements that we hope will convey a sense of forward motion for the vehicle. Also at the front, I should point out here, the double arch grille is a key Infiniti signature item. It's meant to reflect, or to symbolize actually the reflection of one form over the water of another below. And the new signature headlamp you see here, this is a key element, all LED, both the daytime running light, the low and the high beam are LED. And you'll see this design propagating across other Infiniti models in the future going forward. Also LED turn signal, LED fog lamp, a very intense use of LEDs on the car. We can come around the side here. On this particular model is the sport model. You can see it's equipped with a 19-inch alloy wheel, also our sport brake system. There's also a lot of design when even to the brake caliper has got Infiniti's wording on it there. You can see coming through behind the blade of the wheel. And as we come around the side of the car here, you can see this cut, the Infiniti Crescent cut, excuse me, we call that, is inspired by the Essence show car that was revealed a couple of years ago. And now those elements from the Essence you're seeing move into the different vehicles and being incorporated into the regular production cars. And then around at the back, also a tail lamp that when illuminated will give you a very key signature look, similar to the front headlamp of an eyebrow here and certain key design elements that come down around each of the lenses there. And then also again the double arch arrangement here at the back. And also this one, I should mention, is HEV version. We'll have two powertrains, base 3.7 liter 6-cylinder, and then an upgrade powertrain, which is a 360 horsepower hybrid. The sport version of the hybrid gets a nice little design cue here, which is the S in the badging actually is blue rather than red.
And if you want to see our driving impressions of the Q50, click the link in today's show notes. And just a reminder before I go, we'll be in Frankfurt next week webcasting from the floor of the auto show. So join us at 1 p.m. next Tuesday at our website, autoline.tv. But that's it for today and this week. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.
Wards is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now, check your company's intranet for details, and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.